This ain't the little itty bitty teeny tiny bowl. This is Super Bowl 59. Get in on the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of Super Bowl 59. Scoring touchdown is key to hoisting Vince Lombardi Trophy, and you have a shot to score big by betting on them at DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 place to bet touchdowns. Ready to place your first bet? Try betting on something simple like a player to score 6. Go to DraftKings Sportsbook app and make your pick. New DraftKings customers can bet $5 to get $200 instantly in bonus bet. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code MONEYMOVES. That's code MONEYMOVES for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. Boost Mobile is now legit nationwide 5G network. So I have to take a break from all the jokes here for just a second and put my serious voice on, because I would never ever joke about a 5G network that has invested billions in building 5G towers across the country. Not even once. Not even if Mr. Boost Mobile himself asked me to. There's nothing funny about it. Boost Mobile is now legit nationwide 5G network and also provide coverage across 99% of America. Seriously, visit boostmobile.com or your nearest Boost Mobile store location to learn more. Boost Mobile Network, together with our roaming partners, covers 99% of the U.S. population. 5G speed, not available in all areas. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for joining us for another episode of Nightcap, brought to you by Boost Mobile. Visit your nearest Boost Mobile store or boostmobile.com to join their nationwide 5G network today. Y'all know me. I'm your favorite Unc, Shannon Sharpe, the Liberty City legend, the Bengal Ring of Fame honoree, the Pro Bowler, the All-Pro. That's Chad Ochocinco Johnson. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit that like button and go subscribe to the Nightcap podcast feed wherever you get your podcast from. We thank you guys for your continued and loyal support. Make sure you check out Shea by Laportier. We do have it in stock, and we can't think of a better way to celebrate the new year and Valentine's Day than with a bottle of Shea by Laportier. Now, if you cannot find it in a city or a state near you, order it and we'll ship it to you. Please drink responsibly and please stay safe. Check out the clothing company, 84, with 84 being spelled out. We just restocked everything. Use the code Super Bowl for an additional 10% off. We've also dropped beanies in new colors. As a matter of fact, every color. And we've introduced gift cards available from $25 to $50. This takes the guesswork out of it and let someone special pick exactly what they want. We have a big drop coming up this week. Make sure you stay tuned to see what that is. Ocho, the Lakers lose big in Utah after dismantling Utah just a few days ago. They lose by 12, 131-119, snapping the 6-game win streak. They head into the All-Star break, 32-20. The Lakers signed Alex Len, 7 foot tall, 250 pounds of sorriness. But my bad. Damn. That wasn't what was in there. I just read that just came to me. The Lakers needed much size and physicality, which he did not provide after the Knicks trade with Mark Williams and the Charlotte Hornets. They waived Christian Woods to create an open roster spot. He missed the season after recovering from offseason surgery. But tonight was a tough first start for Alex Len, who did not do a whole lot, got some good cardio in. Other than that, 22 minutes, 2 of 5, 2 offensive rebounds. So he had 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block, and 3 personal fouls. Not much. He probably just met the team yesterday. The Lakers had no interior presence with him on the court. Loud, the Utah Jazz to shoot 52% from the floor. Laurie Marketing was 11 of 18, 6 of 10 from the 3, 4 of 4 from the free throw line. 32 points plus 35. Walker Kessler, plus 23. He had 16 points. Jordan Clarkson had 23 points. He was plus 33. Tonight just wasn't it, Ocho. And we knew this was going to be a problem because of the ability to defend. And right now, they don't really have guys. you look at the guys, they don't have defensive guys. I don't know why they only allowed, unless Jackson Hayes got hurt, I don't know why he only played 7 minutes. But he left the ball game and didn't come back in. He was 2 or 2 from the field, 7 points. 7 minutes with 4 points. But they can't defend Ocho. Austin Reeves struggled shooting the 3 tonight. So did Luka. But Luka's going to take a while. He's been out almost 7 weeks.
Since December. Yeah,
since Christmas. So it's going to take him a while to get his rhythm back. But they didn't defend. And when you don't defend and you don't shoot the ball well, you end up going down by 24, 26 points. You end up losing by 12. But the game really wasn't close. Don't let the final score fool you. The game was not this close.
Nah. Hey, but listen, the Lakers, as opposed to the last game, the Lakers came out flat. They came out flat. They played very uninspired. Obviously, Jackson Hayes only getting 7 minutes, having maybe four points. What was it, 6 points?
Yeah, 4 points.
Something
in
like
7 minutes.
And ever since he was out of the game, I think he's the only defending presence that could really be inside the paint and be able to defend to some extent. After that, it was just a goddamn layup line, basically for the Utah Jazz.
Layup and dunks. How many lobs did you see? I mean, they're throwing lobs from out of bounds.
It was Lob City, Unc. It was Lob City. Now, also, one of the things you have to notice about this game, too, when the Jazz played the Lakers the first time, they turned the ball over, I think, maybe 18, 19 plus times. This game, they were able to protect the ball a little bit more. They didn't have as many turnovers. And obviously, with the Lakers coming out as flat as they did and the Jazz being efficient as they were from the line, I forgot, I think Collier had 20. What is it? How you say?
Larry Marketing.
Yeah, Marketing. A Young Bull was balling, man.
Yeah.
Young Bull.
Yeah,
was
he's
balling.
versatile. He can score. He can rebound. He can facilitate. Yeah, he's been an all-star. He's been an all-star. We know Jordan Clarkson can heat it up with the best of them. John Collins had a nice game tonight, 17 points, 8 rebounds and assists, 2 blocks. You could tell early on, Ocho, the way the Lakers came out. They came out really with no enthusiasm. They didn't defend. They didn't attack the basket. They look at the free throws. I mean, they call free throws, and you're 17 to 30.
Yeah. I mean, hey, listen, Luka is going to take Luka a little minute to get going, to get his rhythm back. Austin Reeves, you're going to have games like this. You're going to have games like this. It's hard to be on every single night. It's hard to be on every single night, and tonight just happened to be one of those nights.
He had played well. Reeves had really played well, say, the last 8 to 10 ball games. He'd been really well, had a career-high 45 points. And when Luka and LeBron were both out of the game, played well the other night when Luka first got there. So, he had a down night tonight. He didn't shoot the ball. He ended up with 15 and 11 assists. Did a great job of facilitating. Only had 1 turnover, so you can live with that. But he didn't shoot the ball well. He was 1 of 10 from the 3-point line. Jackson Hayes left with a facial contusion. So that's probably why you got Lynn playing probably more minutes than you really wanted him to play. Koloko also got 9 minutes. But they just don't have bigs. They don't have bodies to really throw at people. And the guys that they throw out there, that's all they're doing. They're throwing out there. Jackson Hayes is really a guy you don't none of their bigs you run offense for, Ocho. They run lobs, get it off. Hey, you want points? Get it off the rim, offensive rebound, and put it back in. That's how you're going to get your points because we're not running anything for you.
Right. Now, obviously, I think if Jackson Hayes is there, he's some type of defensive presence. Yeah. Obviously, with his length, he's tall. And the Lakers just couldn't seem to keep up with the pace that the Jazz had the whole game.
Well, they end up taking the lead because the Jazz had a scoring drought, and that's what happened. It's a game of runs. The Lakers got their run, and then all of a sudden, they relaxed, wouldn't play any defense, and layup, dunk, layup, three. The next thing you know, the game is blown wide open. But they're gonna have to do a better job. JJ is gonna have to find a combination. Look, he's searching right now. The 3 guys that going to start is probably Reeves, Luka, and LeBron. We'll see mix and match with Jackson Hayes. Probably Rui is going to be the other guy that starts. But Vanderbilt's it was rough on him tonight. Bronny got in at mop-up time, got him a 9 quick points, hit 2 threes, 1 or 2 from the free throw line.
Nice little floater, little floater in the paint. He looked good. Yeah. He looked very comfortable. Very poised, very confident, especially in the shot selection.
Yeah, but it's hard for me to believe that Dwight Howard wouldn't be better than Alex Lynn. It's hard for me to believe that. I ain't saying he's gonna be. We don't need Dwight. See, people keep well, you keep talking about Dwight. You don't need Dwight Howard to be Orlando Magic Dwight Howard. He can't, nor should you expect that from him. But what they got, so you tell me Dwight Howard can't be better than Koloko? Really? He can't be better than Alex Lynn? That's all we're asking, to be better than that. Not be all NBA, not be defensive player of the year, not be that. Just be better than that.
Okay. I see what you're saying. Okay, I have a question for you then. So how long, obviously, you have the All-Star break coming up right now. How long until the Lakers figure it out? How long until JJ figures out what pieces he needs to be able to contend?
You're not contending. This team, this roster is not built to contend. It all depends on who you get in the first round matchup. You might can steal. I mean, Luka and LeBron might can steal it, but that's as far as you're going. You're not beating any team to have. You're not going to beat OKC. Not with this. You're definitely not. What you gonna do with Yoke? Now Jamal Murray went crazy tonight. He had 55. Jokic had a quiet night. He said, Jamal, I've been carrying you today. I've been doing what I do. Hey, you go ahead and take it over. And he dropped 55, and everybody knows Jamal Murray can get hibachi hot, and he got that tonight. But no, they're not really, doing anything. Not with this roster. Now, like I said, LeBron and Luka could probably get hot and can steal you a series. But after that, that's where the buck stops. They're not good enough to really do anything. They don't defend at a high enough level. Now they can control the clock. They control the pace of the game. Both of these guys with the ball in their hands can control it. But I just don't see enough on the defensive end, because at the end of the day, it still comes down to defense, win championships, and they don't have nearly enough. So. They're going to the break on the loss, but they had won 6 straight, so they win the last 6 or 7, and 131 to 119. They have to be pleased. They're 32-20, a lot better than what they were last year at the All-Star game. We'll see what they do. Luka gets some time off. LeBron is the only one going to the All-Star game, so it'll be interesting to see what the guys do with their time going into the break, but I ain't like what I saw tonight. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I ain't gonna even hold you on that, Ocho. I didn't like what I saw tonight.
Listen, it's so funny how the game of basketball works. Listen, you play 2-3 nights ago, however many nights it was. You come back, you're playing the exact same team, exact same personnel, and you come out completely flat. You look completely different.
You did.
Turnover.
They did. When they turnover, and they didn't get back. Nobody got back. They're loafing like, babe, I ain't getting no foul, and they moping, and I wish LeBron would stop doing that, because sometimes he turns the ball over, he doesn't get a call that he thought he should have got. Right. Bro, get back, and he lagging back, and then they bust a 3.
Yeah. Well, you got to understand now. He's a little older in age now. Having to shoot back down that court every time a ball is.
No, all I'm saying is don't walk. I ain't say you got to be Speedy Gonzalez, but just don't walk. Just don't walk. Give me a little bit more effort, because the guys are looking. You can't miss a shot, get mad they didn't call a foul, mope down, and then shrug your shoulders like, what happened?
Allow the team to score in transition. Yeah, I got you.
Brandon Ingram declined $160 million with the Pelicans, only to accept $120 million with the Raptors.
But listen, I have a question, Unc. I don't know in what world, chat, y'all stay with me real quick now. I don't know in what world where it's that bad where you leave $40 million on the table and choose to go somewhere else. You ain't nobody finna sit and tell me, listen, I just left New Orleans for a week, 7 days straight. You ain't finna tell me, based on what I saw in that wonderful city, culture, the people, the food, the architecture, the history.
You ain't playing basketball.
That you don't want to be
You ain't playing basketball.
Well, the devil is alive.
You just saw Tyreek. You just saw Tyreek complain, making $32 million in Miami with all that water, with all that nice weather, with all them women down there. He complaining. Now you want to try again?
Now, wait a minute. Now, listen. Now that's apples and oranges. You talk about 2 different scenarios. You talk about the Tyreek Hill that just came off a season that was nothing like he felt it should have been. You had a quarterback that gotten hurt. He wasn't getting the ball like he felt he should. He was frustrated. Stay with me. He was frustrated about, for one, not putting up the numbers he should. 2, not getting the ball the way he should. And 3, he got in front of that camera before he cooled down. That's cardinal rule number 1. After a game, you make sure you go take a shower and calm down before you say anything you shouldn't say before you get in front of that camera. Now, you're not going to tell me that New Orleans is that bad, even if you do play the game of basketball, to the point where, you know what? I'm not coming back here. I'm not signing here. I'm going to leave $40 million on the table. I'm going to go somewhere else and play for 120.
Not going somewhere else. He went to Canada. He went to another country because he want to win. You say frustration. Who wants to be there? You see Zion. You think Zion want to be in New Orleans? Hold on. Did Anthony Davis want to be in New Orleans? So I'm just trying to figure out the players that they've had that wanted to be there. You say you can't understand why? Because I want to win.
Hey.
I can't win there.
Well, listen. Well, you know what? The onus, that's on management. Management needs to make it a place, some kind of way, some shape, way, form, or fashion, where people want to come.
Ocho.
You need to do what you need to do.
Ocho, see, because it's great for you, Ocho, if you're a tourist. I'm trying to win.
Whoa. I ain't no goddamn tourist. I'm from New Orleans.
You a tourist. You go down there for a couple of days. You get to eat the food. But I'm saying these guys got to live it. They want to win.
Yeah.
That's not, and New Orleans is not conducive for winning. It's okay. It's not a knock on the city. But let me ask you a question. What big time free agent signing with New Orleans? I'll wait. You just take your time. Chad, we got time. We just getting started. Tell me the big time free agent that's signing with New Orleans.
Okay, I understand what you're saying. But you didn't hear what I said first. The onus is on management, creating an environment where people want to come to. You know, there was a time where people didn't want to come to the Heat.
They always wanted to come to the. First of all, how many big? The only thing you traded for Jimmy Butler. I mean, you got Jimmy and LeBron. But LeBron ended up being a trade. He did them a solid. They didn't get KD.
Right.
They didn't get no big other free agents. So while you over there huffing the public talking about coming to Miami, when? Who?
Let me finish. There was a time when nobody wanted to come to Cincinnati. You know that?
They still don't.
Have a problem coming there. You stop playing.
What big time free agents y'all got?
All of them want to come. I said they want to come. The timing hasn't been right for them.
No, you say they want to come. Who? And I'm not an owl. I don't sit on no tree. I can't turn my head all the way around. But who?
No, listen to me. The big free agents that have been available. You listen to me. That's where they wanted to go. They just didn't say anything public, and it
Why
didn't
did
work
they
out
go?
in their favor. I just told you it didn't work out in their favor. Money.
So in other words, they want to go to Cincinnati, knowing they're not going to get paid, knowing Mike Brown has been cheap, knowing the Bengals have been cheap their entire existence. Really?
But I'm just telling you. Now listen, who's the owner? Who's the owner in New Orleans? Who's the owner?
Miss Gail Benson.
Pelicans. Mr. Benson.
Miss Gail Benson. The husband died.
New Orleans Saints.
Yes.
Gail? Oh, that's your girl. You for real? Man, I gotta talk to Miss Benson. Because listen, what I saw in New Orleans, there's no reason why two things can't coexist. The Pelicans having a winning mentality, and it all starts at the top to go along with the goddamn city that is winning itself. I know what the hell I saw the past week I was out there. I told you, I'm from the 7th Ward. I'm from Uptown now. Matter of fact, you want to go with me in March?
For what?
Uptown Super Sunday.
No. Let me ask you a question, Ocho.
Well,
how many big time free agents signed with the Atlanta? You was in Atlanta.
Oh,
nice.
Oh, hey, that's a place to be.
How many big time basketball free agents signed there? How many big?
Hey, they don't have a winning. They don't have a winning environment. They have a winning city though. The aesthetics are very pleasing outside of the arena. I can tell you that. I don't go there often. I'm just telling you what somebody told me. I ain't telling you what I know. I'm telling you what I heard. Atlanta's a beautiful place, huh?
The man.
So is Houston. What is Houston? What do you consider Houston?
Yeah, I like Houston.
Okay, I know you like Houston. I'm talking about the environment.
They're young. They're up and coming. I love what Ayyy is doing with that team. Sungun was an all-star. I like Jalen Green. I mean, the guy is 22 years of age, balling out.
He nice.
They got Amin Thompson. They got a nice young squad. Squad. Probably need one more, a veteran. Van Fleet, I like Van Fleet. I like Brooks. They get after you. They play hard night in and night out. They had a little rough patch where they lost about 5-6 games in a row, but you can deal with that. I think they're going to be just like the Texans. The Texans are going to be a place that you got a quarterback. You got Nico Collins. You got DeMeco Ryan, who has a great defense. Yeah. You see they got Danielle Hunter. Mm-hmm. They got Will Anderson Jr. They got Stingley Jr. They got some nice pieces. Right. They're a few players away. They were able to lure Laramie Tunsil. The problem that they had is that Bill O'Brien ruined it when he traded a damn running back for an all-pro wide receiver. Where the hell they do that at?
Right.
I never understood that. And then you had the situation with Deshaun. You had a situation with Deshaun, and we don't need to get into it, but we know what happened, and that kind of set them back for a year or two. But they were able to get CJ. CJ looks to be what he's supposed to be. Had a little down year this year, but I expect him to bounce back and play better next year. We'll see what they do. They lost a lot of their receivers. Tank Dell got injured. Stephon Diggs got injured. But I love the addition of Joe Mixon. They're a couple of pieces away. They're going to be right back. They're going to be right back in the mix. But I think that's the thing. Listen, Brandon Ingram did not make this decision. Didn't take this decision lightly. It wasn't no man. Okay, fine. He had been sitting there for an extended period of time, and he realized it. He said, first of all, the guy that y'all want to build this thing around, he can't stay healthy. Now, for the most part, Brandon Ingram hadn't stayed healthy either. So let's be all the way with that. So I understand he's looking at Zion, and Zion can't stay healthy, but Brandon Ingram missed a lot of time also. And Pelican fans, y'all know that. So it was like, man, let me go ahead and bounce. You're like, I go to a team, they got Scotty Barnes. I like Scotty. They got that. Look, I hate calling the man last name, but
40 million? How you leave 40 million on the table? Come on now. What are we doing?
Look, see, the big mistake that I made a lot of times is that I put myself in that situation. You can't put yourself in that situation. You wouldn't have. But, money can't buy happiness. The man ain't happy.
Listen, money can't buy you happiness, but you know what money can buy you? It can buy you time.
Well, he had
it can buy you time.
Had all the time he would have spent in there.
Boy.
Hey, look at what you call it. Look at what's the guy name? Look at Melinda Gates. Bill Gates worked $200 billion. $200 billion. She said, I'm gone.
Yeah.
Bezos, right? I'm gone. But you say money can buy happiness.
I don't even like the fact that you.
I'm just saying.
Because the fact that we have billionaires in this world, and one of the things with little girls growing up, they're taught you got to find you someone that's able to provide and provide you with stability. If Bill Gates and a few other billionaires that I named not too long ago on one of the shows have not been able to keep a woman happy long term. They just have.
At the end of the day, Ocho.
What chance do you have? What chance do us normal folks have?
Well, you got to be happy. Ocho, you make it seem like it's only the women. Or men get divorced too. Men leave relationships.
I ain't never seen. Boy, don't do that. When the last time you seen a man initiate a divorce? I ain't seen it in a very long time.
More times than not, it is the woman initiating, but it's the woman that's also getting fed up. With some, So it's not something that women don't haphazardly do things. Women are very methodical. They're very thoughtful. They're not just rushing out. They're not. A guy will leave a great woman for a fine thing. That ain't how women think. Women don't think like that. Women are very methodical. Women are very meticulous. When a woman leaves a man and they've been in a relationship for an extended period of time, she's had it up to here.
Come on now.
Now you notice I said here. Because when she had it up to here, she stayed. When she get to here,
Right. Also, what you need to understand too, Uncle, you got to think about this. When a woman is fed up, before she gets to here and she's right here, all her checks, and ducks got to be in a
Mhm.
row. All her I's got to be dotted and all her T's got to be crossed before she gets to here so she can exit. The plan has to be played out completely. She can't leave until she knows exactly what plan B
Yeah.
is and it's going to execute itself. Because you can't leave and then be dead in the water,
No.
which is why when we talk about billionaires and their wives and marriage and divorce, you notice they always take half with them, right?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of times they're like, look here. I ain't taking half because neither one of them had prenups. So theoretically, they could have got a
Right.
big old chunk. They could have got more than what they got.
Okay.
Now, 40, 50 billion,
Right.
they ain't nothing to laugh at.
Yeah.
But I think the thing is a lot of times when women already, see, women will already told you what they're unhappy about and, fix it.
Right.
We ain't listening. And
Yeah.
then like,
Yes,
man,
man,
I
about
don't know what happened. Well, she kind of told you.
Uh-huh.
And she dropped
Yeah.
breadcrumbs. Not only did she tell you, she dropped breadcrumbs that made a loaf,
Mm-hmm.
but you didn't hear her.
Oh, over time. You made the loaf over time
Yes.
now.
Ocho,
You ain't got to do
first
talk to
first
me.
overall pick, Markelle Fultz is back in the NBA. Fultz has agreed to a contract with the
Hey.
Sacramento Kings. The 26-year-old guard has spent the first half of the season without a deal following the expiration of his rookie contract extension in summer of 24. He could see early playing time as the squad tries to fill the void point guard left by De'Aaron Fox, who is traded to the Spurs. Will Fultz ever be able to show why he was the former? No, he's never. That ship is sailed.
Is it here? Is it still here? What if here is fixed now? I think that's the barrier he couldn't get past.
Hold on. Didn't they take him over Jason
Mentally.
Tatum? They took him over Jason Tatum.
He was like that, Never forget, he was like that.
Ocho,
The
that shot.
reason they took him over Jason Tatum is based on what he showed.
Ocho, that shot. You don't normally take a guy with that with a shot that looked that defective. The mechanics. Come on, Ocho.
Right.
You
I mean, we
more
can't
times than
talk
not.
about-
Ain't nobody listen. No matter how good he is, I don't believe a number one receiver is going number one overall as a body catcher. You got to be able to pluck the ball. You got to be able to play in traffic. You got to be able to transition.
Right.
So if you got that many flaws,
Mhm.
number one overall,
I mean, listen, shots can be fixed. Lethal shooter is right there down the street. He's not too far. You get with him in the offseason if it's that big of a problem. Hell, Sean Marion, remember his shot?
he wasn't first overall though. See, that's the thing, though, Ocho.
I-
if you take a guy like that, Ocho, you take a guy like 15,
mechanics.
16, you think about it. You take a guy number one overall, he's supposed to be franchise changing. He's supposed to be LeBron, Shaq. That's what Akeem, Wilt, Kareem, Magic Johnson. That's what they're supposed to be. Dwight Howard, franchise altering. He wasn't that. AI.
I have a
Yes.
question. Based on what you saw out of folks coming out of college, you didn't think once he got where he was going, he going to be franchise changing based on the film that he put up in college?
Well, I looked at him. I mean, he was like he was a lot of hit or miss. But I was just always leery of that shot.
Right.
It just concerned me. It did. You think somebody would have took Sean Merriman number one overall? No, you don't.
He would have had to be, hey, hold on. He would have had to be extremely dominant in other
He was an outstanding defender.
parts of the game. Yeah.
He turned himself into
Awesome.
with that shot. He turned himself into a decent shooter. Can make threes, but he could defend. He could rebound. It's just hard. No, too much time has passed for him to live up to where he was selected, the slot that he was selected as. No, he's not living up to that. Now, can he? Hopefully, he can have a serviceable career moving forward. Ocho, he was out of the league.
Yeah.
He was out of the league for first half of the season. What guy that's out of the league for first half of the season all of a sudden comes back and you're like, well, you know what? Hey, we sure made a mistake on him.
Right.
It doesn't happen like that. I mean, it's
right. Well, listen, I'm hoping he comes back and makes a difference. He feels in that role in sack that De'Aaron Fox leaves, and he can come in and be efficient and be somewhat, if not what we thought it would be something close
Right.
to it.
But here's the thing. You can have a quirky shot, a la Ben Simmons. But normally you need to be 6'10". Ben Simmons was an all-NBA defender.
Right.
He was an all-star, 6'10", could handle the ball. But you see, eventually that caught up with him.
Yeah.
Because he became afraid to shoot the basketball. You see, I can't teach you how to shoot if you're afraid. See, I can't teach you how to swim if you're afraid of the water, you can't learn how to swim.
You heard what you just said? Ben Simmons was scared
Shoot.
to what? Marquez, he became scared to do also what? So guess what that
Well,
starts
he's
from?
scared to go to the basket because he didn't want to get fouled.
He didn't want to get fouled. This is a contact sport. It's a physical game.
Now I'm going to send you to the free throw line.
Oh, so we don't want to.
Yeah, see?
Again, guess where that starts?
Yeah.
Right. Mentally. They're already beat mentally before they even get to the game.
Yeah.
So you can't even play the game freely because there's certain parts of your game you don't want to get exposed.
Yeah, I just
you already losing before you even play.
I just thought Ben Simmons didn't work hard enough on his game. It's hard because I see guys, look at Austin Reeves. Austin Reeves has gotten better and better. An undrafted free agent has gotten better and better and better and better. It's hard for a guy to not get incrementally better if he or she doesn't work on something. You ought to get. Ocho, I'm not saying you finna. I'm not finna say the guy about to be Michael Jordan or Kobe, but you can get better. Right. Go back and look at Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons ain't getting better in nothing offensively. As a matter of fact, numbers went down.
Also, comparing the two, Austin Reeves has no choice but to get better. Austin Reeves has no choice but to improve. Austin Reeves is already behind the 8 ball in general as a basketball player. Ben Simmons is what? 6'1". How tall is Ben Simmons? 6'10". Put the ball on the floor. Shoot, he can't shoot that well. He can defend. So there's a difference in Austin Reeves having to bust his ass to get to the point where he's at right now.
Oh, see what you're saying? You see what you're saying? So Ben Simmons came in as the number 1 pick and felt that, you know what, I ain't got to bust my ass no more.
Exactly.
Which goes to my point. It's hard not to get incrementally better if you work at something. Right. If I only collect 1 can a year, Ocho, in 50 years, I'm gonna have 50 cans, as opposed to not collecting any. I go 2 or 3 years and don't collect any. Guess what I'm gonna have? Nothing.
Nothing.
And that's the thing. It's hard for me. There's no way 6'10" can handle the ball, can defend. Man. He can defend like 4 or 5 positions. He can guard a smaller point guard. He can guard a 2, a 3, a 4.
When I look at Ben Simmons, and I know chat don't get on me like this, but I see Ben Simmons, he should have been Jason Tatum before Jason Tatum.
He should have been LeBron. He should have been a bigger LeBron, Magic Johnson, because that's what he was. He's a point guard. He's a 6'10" point guard.
And he can facilitate crazy.
That's what he should have been.
He can facilitate like crazy. Yeah.
And he can defend.
Yeah. I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Some of the biggest busts of all time in NBA history. And we use that term when we say bust. Obviously, you get to the NBA, there's a success. But when you are the first overall pick, you're supposed to be franchise altering. Anthony Bennett. Whoo, Lord have mercy for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Greg Oden. Greg Oden, I think, would have been successful had his knees not gave out on him.
The injuries, right.
My homeboy from Savannah, Purvis Ellison, his knees gave out on him. Markel Spoke, I think he had a knee injury and a shoulder injury. He tried to change his shot, but it just didn't work. But I wish the young man the best of luck. He can't be no more than, 26, 27 tops? Because he got to be like the same, 26. So he's still, hopefully young fella can get a couple of years, stick, get an opportunity, get some playing time. Because I've seen him, have good games, just not consistent.
Right.
I mean, I think I saw him one game, he had a triple-double, had like 20-something. But playing at the pro level, being a starter, it's all about consistency. That's what it's about.
Yeah.
Because any guy on a given, any of those 450 players on a given night, let me take that back. Not the top, let's just say the top 75 players. We know what they can do. But the other
Right.
250 can give you hell on a given night. The problem is they can't be consistent like the other 75, the top 75 can. That's what separates. It's all about consistency. The restaurants that do the best business, what are they? They're consistent. The service, the quality of the food,
the
hospitality, consistency. That's what it's all about. Travis Kelce isn't ready to make a decision on retirement following the Chiefs' Super Bowl loss to the Eagles in Super Bowl 59. Speaking on his New Heights podcast, Kelce said he's kicking everything down the road as it relates to deciding on his NFL future. It's just tough. It's just a tough reality, and I think I'm going to take some time to figure it out. And I think it owe it to my teammates to do that if I come back. That's going to be something that's wholehearted decision, and I'm not half-assing it, and I'm fully here for them. I think I could play. It's just whether or not I'm motivated, or it's the best decision for me as a man, as a human, as a person that takes on all that responsibility.
Right. Listen, as a man, as a human, as a football player, as a competitor, knowing Travis Kelce personally, understanding him, knowing how the season ended, the competitor in him is going back to get it done the right way. He's not going out like that. The last taste in his mouth is not going to be defeat to the Steelers, especially with a scoreline like it was. Them 22 points.
Is his body able? I get all that, mine. Is his body able? You saw what you saw, Ocho.
Yeah.
No, don't say yeah. You saw what you saw this year.
I heard you. Yeah.
Okay.
I hear you.
So let's be real. Let's have a fair conversation like we do everybody.
Can I take a little bit off my plate and still be able to eat when I need to? Can I take a little bit off my plate and still be able to eat when I need to? Can I have Noah Gray take the chunk of the plates?
That's Travis Kelce.
No?
Great players don't get that out, don't get that luxury. What great player did they allow you to do that in Cincinnati?
Oh no.
So I want to know, you've covered this game, you've played this game. What great player gets to take, when he's playing a skill position, gets to say, okay, take some time, bro. You good, take some time off. We ain't even worried about you. Because you know what? The people in the stands, all they see is 87, and they see Kelce on the back, and they expect him to be that 10-time Pro Bowler, that All-Pro that they're used to. They won't accept anything else.
Right. I think we can still get that. I'm just saying, I believe. Now, it's one thing for me to say it. See, I'm not inside his body. I'm not inside. It's one thing for me to say it based on obviously what we saw this year, the chemistry between him, the rapport between him and Mahomes. I think he can still do it. I'm just saying. Now that's up to him. But knowing the way it ended, he ain't going out like that. I can tell you that.
The thing with great players, and I was a pretty good player. You just can't do it, Ocho. You can't do it. You can't do it with the regularity that you once could. You see how he can summons it up one game, and then he'll disappear for 4. He'll summons it up again, and he'll disappear for 3. You see, in the playoffs, he had that one big game against Houston, and then the other 2. You see what happens? That's what happens as you start to age.
But this is the funny thing. Even with him aging, even with him not being able to summons it up every game, you have a quarterback that can overcome you not summoning it up, because every different game when the Kansas City Chiefs play, it's somebody else's day.
But
one day it was Hop, one day it was Marquise Brown, one day it's Xavier Worthy, one day it's Noah Gray, one day it's Travis Kelce. So you talk about that Houston game where he went crazy. Well, the following week, it wasn't on him. Somebody else had a day. That's the joy of having a quarterback like Patrick Mahomes. You ain't got to be on.
When you great, you can, that ain't how it works for a guy with his grade. You can't just be running around out there and you go 3 or 4 games catching 1 to 2 passes. That's what he was talking about. You saw the man on the sideline last Super Bowl when he didn't get the ball. You think that man gonna be able to come out there and run around, put all that time in, and catch 1 to 2 balls a game?
Yeah.
And the fast twitch is not there like it once was. He barely got out of his stance. Guys were already moving. He was still in his stance. So, Joe, you watched the game. Everybody saw it. Chet, y'all know I'm not making it up. Y'all saw what you saw.
Hey, I understand what you're saying, Unc, but ain't nobody going out like that. You know that. I know that.
See, you keep saying going out like that. What's to say it's not going to get worse? How do you know?
Worse. But the quarterback over there with number 15. The head coach over there.
So what number did he have on last year? And how did he look? What number did he have on last year?
You know the competitor that young bull is. You know what he is. You know he's not going out there. You know he's not going to say, you know what? Okay, I'm done. I can tell you that. Now, we can make a small.
It's okay.
We want to make a small wager.
Let me ask you a question. He comes back. What does that do? Does that change your perception of Travis Kelce? Does that move him up or down your ranking? Because I got him as the GOAT right now. So I'm trying to figure out him coming back, making another Pro Bowl. Does that change your perception of Travis Kelce, who and what he is?
No, but that's not why he's coming back. It's not for him to change our perception on how we feel about him as a player. He's already solidified. What he's done is already concrete. He's coming back for him, not for us.
Him for what?
He doesn't.
What can he do for himself to make himself feel good? Like, yeah.
Go out on his terms, on the way he wants to go out, and not with a bad taste left in his mouth like this game has. That's the only thing I can think of.
Do you believe Tom? Let me ask you a question.
Listen, I understand everything you're saying.
When Tom Brady walked away, do you believe Tom Brady can still play?
Under the right circumstances.
He couldn't play at Tom Brady's level. See, that's what you're missing. See, you're looking at him just coming back being a guy. A guy. Travis Kelce used to being the guy. Tom Brady used to being the guy, not a guy. That's two different scenarios. And Tom realized, I'm not Tom Brady anymore. And see, when you Tom Brady, you get measured to a younger Tom Brady, not to the guys that's playing now, because Tom Brady still could outplay half the guys that's in the league. But he couldn't be that guy anymore.
Right. So basically what you're saying, you don't want him to go out like Aaron Rodgers.
I'm like you when it comes to that, but I know what I saw this year. And I know the chat saw what they saw this year too.
Yes, sir.
And that was the hardest thing because I had to watch film of myself a lot. And I just had to come to the conclusion. Now, I could have came back and played. I mean, I left my last year, I had over 700 yards, almost 800 yards, and I missed the last game, had 8 touchdowns. I just couldn't give it to you week to week. It's like the old ladies, hey, round 2, Shannon. All right. On Saturday, it's a Monday. I give you round 2 Saturday. It's a Monday. Don't bother me. I ain't got enough for you Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I need to build back up. I need to recharge. So you believe Trav comes back.
Oh man, let me give a composure now. Hey, my goddamn AC not on, man. Okay, go ahead.
So do you believe Travis comes back?
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, everything you hearing right now, smoke. That's smoke. That ain't number smoke.
No. He's taking time because guess what? Go back and look at the tape.
Yeah,
it got Ocho. It got harder and harder for him to create separation. Right. They had guys covered. In what lifetime would they ever put DeMar Hamlin on Travis Kelce? In what realm would they ever do that? Where they would take linebackers and they would take safeties and say, "You got him," huh?
Yeah, it's a complete mismatch in general. Just in general, the Travis Kelce we know. But I can tell you one thing: even the way he looks now, he won more matchups than he lost. I can tell you that. He won more matchups than he lost. But listen, I understand what he's saying. This is something that not very many players are given the opportunity or afforded the opportunity to be able to do, to be able to decide whether they want to come back or not. Travis Kelce is in a position similar to that of a quarterback.
Yeah, but I think the thing for him with nothing left to prove, there are a lot of opportunities, be it the media, be it in the movie, be it in the TV space.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Travis Kelce is going to have an opportunity to make a lot of money. His podcast, New Heights with his brother, does extremely well. You know, You know, you hear that he wants to get in TV, he wants to get in movies. You talk about a guy that's 6'5", you know, statuesque. We'll see how well he can act. He did a great job on Saturday Night Live. One of the best performances for an athlete that you're going to see. So it tells me he does have the chops in order to do it.
Right.
But for me, if I'm him, I'm going to think long and hard because.
Right.
And the thing I would tell him, retirement is there ain't no league that you can go to. It's not like golf. You can go to the senior circuit, or you can like tennis. They got got a little thing that you go play, and you see Philippoussis and McEnroe and Roddick and all those guys playing. Sometimes you see Agassi jump out there. They're not that in football, and so retiring in football is final. I would take a month or two and think seriously, really hard. Am I going to put the time in? Because as you get older, Ocho, now you got to do things differently. You can't train the way you trained like you once could. Oh, yeah. Hey, you know, when you're young, hey, you can hit a lick at a promise. I hit a lick today, and I promise I'm going to work harder tomorrow. Oh, yeah. You don't work like that. Right. Your due diligence, your eating needs to be on point. Your training. I'm not saying you need to train smarter. Your body can't withstand that kind of intensity. And that's what I had to learn the hard way, Ocho, because as I got older, I was still trying to train at that intensity. Not so much the intensity, it's the volume that got me. Right. I still had the same intensity, but it was the volume that I was still trying to do. I was still trying to run 15, 20, 200s. I was still trying to run 20, 25, 110s. I was still trying to do that volume at the intensity that I was doing in my 20s. Well, I got into my 30s. I had the Maypop hamstrings. I run two of them. They may pop, Ocho. That's all I'm saying. So that's the thing that you got to factor in. And so, right. I don't want people. And that's like I said, that's his call. But I don't want people like, man, Trav stealing. He can't get open no more. Right. He ain't got nothing to prove. I promise you, if somebody would have told Travis Kelce, okay, here you are. You're a rookie. We're going to allow you to go to 5 Super Bowls. You'll be a 10-time Pro Bowler. You'll be a 4 or 5-time All-Pro. And you'll win 3 Super Bowls. And you'll be regarded one of the 2 greatest tight ends to ever play. You say he turns that down and say, nah, I want to play long. Does he take it or does he turn it down?
Are you taking that? You know that. in a heartbeat.
So it's definitely going to be interesting to see. But I can tell it bothered him. There's a lot that bothered him this year. He didn't have the type of season that he wanted. He didn't have the individual success. Let me take that back. He didn't have the individual success. He had the team success. They won the division again. They won the AFC again. They didn't win the Super Bowl, so that's the ultimate goal. But he wanted that 1,000 yards. He wanted those numbers. I mean, I don't even know how many touchdowns. I mean, I think he might have had fewer than 5 touchdowns. How many touchdowns did he have, Ash? Because he was on pace 2 years ago to get 1,000, but remember he sought out the final game, Ocho, because they were already slotted into the 3rd seed. Didn't want to run the risk of getting him injured, and so I think he was like 30 yards short of getting another 1,000, which would have been 8 or 9 consecutive 1,000-yard seasons. He had 3 touchdowns this year, Ocho. 3.
Hey, they get it done offensively in a multitude of ways. That's all.
But in order for this offense to really be effective, he has to be dominant. When they got rid of Tyreek, he was dominant. Go back and look at it. I don't think I'm lying. Hey. Steelers superfan pays for a billboard begging Art Rooney to trade Tomlin or sell the team. The standard is mediocrity. Trade Tomlin or sell the team, Rooney. We've had enough. The standard is mediocrity. Trade Tomlin or sell the team. Paid for by Kevin Adams. Ocho?
Hey, mediocrity. 17-win season. Above 500?
That's
18, 17,
mediocrity. How
19?
many Super Bowl appearances? They haven't won a playoff game since 2016. It's 2025. Mediocrity.
Okay.
See, hold on.
So let me ask you a
Yes.
question. So they let Tomlin
Yeah.
go, right? His name is Kevin Adams, huh?
Yeah.
Kevin Adams? You let Tomlin go, who you bring
See?
in? What happens? What
That's the
happens
same
there?
thing men and women do. I can't get out of a relationship because who I'm going to get to replace what I got. And I'll stay in a bad relationship. You see what you did? You see?
Hey, and you know what happened? 98% of the time, they leave that person thinking the grass is green on the other side and be right there watering nothing but goddamn soil.
But here's the thing, though, Ocho. If Mike Tomlin say the standard is the standard, 6 Super Bowls, where is being above 500 the standard? He said that.
Hold on. Hold on. All right. Well, listen, we got to be realistic as well now. We have to be realistic as well. You have to build yourself up to having a Super Bowl team. You know what that takes? It takes personnel. You know what else that takes? It takes a quarterback. A quarterback that is consistent. We don't have any question coming into the season who's going to be your starter.
Mike Tomlin.
There's so many different factors that come into play, even being able to get to the standard.
So Mike Tomlin has no say in personnel. He has no say in free agency. He has no say in the final 53. He has no say in anything. Draft.
Yeah, he does.
Okay. So he bears some culpability.
Yeah.
When Ben was getting old, not the last year, but when Ben was getting old, did they go out and get another quarterback? When Favre was getting old, what did the Packers do? They went and got Rodgers. When Rodgers was getting old, what did they do, Ocho? They went out and got Jordan Love. When Ben Roethlisberger was getting old, what did they do? They let him wither on the vine. That's Tomlin.
They let him what?
Let him wither on the vine.
Oh, that's a good one. I ain't never heard that before. Wither on the vine.
I'm just saying. I mean, when you watch the Steelers, when you look at the Steelers, at any point in time, do you say, you know what? That team can go to the Super Bowl. When was the last time you said it, Ocho?
During my tenure. As a matter of fact, during my tenure, every year we played them, they were a team whose identity was their offense. No, their identity was their defense. They had an opportunity to go to the Super Bowl. Now, I haven't seen that still. The game in general, the landscape of the game has changed in general as far as
no, they've been shifted. They shifted. Once they got Ben, AB, and Le'Veon, they were offensive-based team.
Identity was offensive, yeah.
They were an offense. They used to be a defensive-based team. Early in Ben's career, they were a defensive-based football team.
Yeah.
They had Troy, they had RC, they had Ryan Clark, they had Peasy. They had those guys like Foot, Timmons,
James Farrier,
right.
All of them. They haven't given us that feel in a very long time.
No.
In a very long time. But in order to do that, in order to find that consistency again, it takes time.
But here's the thing, Ocho.
It takes time. It takes drafting. It takes all-season acquisitions. It takes finding a quarterback, finding a franchise quarterback. That's where it all starts, huh? That's where it all starts. And you don't have a franchise quarterback, then you have to have a dominating defense. You got to have a dominating defense and a quarterback that gets you by week to week and doesn't put your team in harm's way.
Let me ask you a question.
That's hard. Remember the year the Bears went to the Super Bowl, Unc?
Yeah.
Who was the quarterback?
Rex Grossman. Those days are over, Ocho. You ain't got a defense good enough to overcome that. Those days are over. Those days are over. So I don't even know why you would attempt to build your team like that, because that's not happening. They won't allow you to play that type brand of football anymore.
Right.
But here's the problem that he has. Lamar Jackson is 27. Joe Burrow is also in that division.
Yeah.
So while you going 9-8 every year, or you go 10-7, what is that going to get you? Patrick Mahomes is about to turn 30. Josh Allen is 28. So I'm just trying to figure out, what is 10-7 going to get you? What is 9-8 going to get you? Oh, the Steelers. Right. Mike Tomlin has never had a losing season.
Right.
He ain't won a playoff game in 9 years. Make sure you put that in the bio too. Mike Tomlin has never had a losing season. He also hadn't won a playoff game since 2016.
I just want to know. I just want to know what the alternative is. That's all.
You cannot be afraid of the unknown. See, that's the problem. See?
I can tell you. I can tell you what's going to happen with the unknown. Listen, we've been around this game long enough. You know what's going to happen. Let him go and find out. Let what Kevin Adams wants to happen.
They said that with Brett Favre.
Let the Rooney do
Did
it.
they say that with Brett Favre? Did they say that with Brett Favre?
Huh?
Yes or no? Did they say that with Aaron Rodgers? Yes or no?
You do know
I just asked you a simple
no, wait,
question.
let me finish. You do know we were able to see a sample size of what was coming.
No,
after
you didn't.
Brett
You
Favre.
did not see. You saw one. Aaron Rodgers played one game when Brett Favre got hurt. You didn't see no sample size. He played one game. Jordan Love played one game, and he looked terrible against Kansas City. Do you remember when Aaron Rodgers had COVID and he couldn't play, and you saw Jordan Love play against Kansas City? How did it look? Did you think the Jordan Love that we see now, did you think it was going to be that after watching that Kansas City game? I'm just asking.
All right. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. Listen to Kevin Adams and go ahead and let Coach go.
No,
Watch what happens.
Ocho, at some point in time, 10-7 not going to do it. If the standard, if your standard is playing for Lombardis, they're not close. Maybe a new voice.
Why are they not close? It ain't the coach's fault because the coach ain't on the field. He ain't on the field. You know
But
what
if
you
that's
need.
the case, Coach Belichick should have got a lifetime pass.
Hold on, wait. I got one for you right now. Look at all the teams that were in the playoffs this year. What is the common denominator? They all had a what? At the helm, running the show. They all had a what? A consistent what? A consistent quarterback. Hey, the Chiefs, the Ravens, C.J. Stroud and company, early round.
Oh, it's funny that you said the Ravens.
Jaden Daniels, he comes in and what did he do?
It's funny that you said the Ravens. I remember the Ravens had a quarterback in Joe Flacco. They took him to the Super Bowl. What did Ozzie Newsome do? He drafted a quarterback.
Oh, well, when's the last time we had a Lamar Jackson just sitting there in the draft?
You drafted a quarterback, Ocho, because you don't wait till the quarterback wither. You don't wait till the fruit fall off the tree. You see, you want to wait till the very end.
Not me.
Yes.
Not me.
Because you said you fear the unknown.
Oh, I don't fear the unknown. We talk about him firing. I'm talking about firing Tomlin when there's nothing in place. There's nothing in place. You ain't playing a nan seed, but you want Tomlin gone. What? That's it. That's all. You know, have your ducks in a row.
Ocho, it doesn't all. Ocho,
you know
Ocho.
Just let everybody go. Let him go. Okay, what's next?
It doesn't always work out like that, where you have the perfect, where we got a CEO, he's going to retire, and we got the CEO in waiting. It doesn't work like that. That's not, so in other words, you want perfect life. You want hey, this is what happens. We already no. It
don't have to be perfect, but I damn sure want some answers. I want something to fall back on. I want that. And I know it ain't nothing to fall back on right now. I can tell you that.
So you good. So you good for the next 10 years, be 9-8, 10-7.
Whoa. Listen, I ain't got no horse in the race. I love the Steelers. I love the fans. I love the people. I love ownership. I love the coaches. I love the former players. I'm a Bengal. Listen, if they don't figure it out, that's better for us. Shit, I'm not tripping. That's better for us. Now, I'm just speaking, standing into context that, and what Kevin Adams is saying, to let Mrs. Tomlin go. Well, I mean, what's your backup plan? You got to have a backup plan. Listen, before a woman leave, she already knows what the backup plan is.
Yes.
Huh? Yeah, she don't just up and leave, just to be up and leaving and be like, okay, I'm back at square one. Now what do I do? That's not the way things work. That's not the way things operate, especially at that level.
I think
if a move is going to be made, they're going to have a strategy, an exit plan before they just do it. As a fan, they just want, you know what? Fuck it. Get him up out of here. He got to go.
I think the thing is, look, the Rooneys, this is a family business. They've owned the Steelers since 1933, with the exception of maybe a year or two. And that's where the McGletcheys purchased in their stake. I think they still have a share of the team, but for the most part, this is the Rooneys' darling. Now they have some other brothers that's in the casino business and things of that nature, but this is their baby. And guess what? Y'all ain't got no basketball team in Pittsburgh, and your baseball team terrible. So guess what? The fans gonna come out. And the Roonies, they've had 3 coaches since 1969. Chuck Noll, Bill Cowher, now Mike Tomlin. All of them, none of them got fired. They walked away on their own terms.
Right.
The Roonies are looking at it like, we're not bad. They're just good enough to give the fans false hope.
Mm.
You know they're not close.
Hold on. You know what? You rather be the Steelers, you rather be the Cowboys. Talk about false hope.
Which is heavier, a ton of bricks or a ton of feathers? They weigh the same. The only difference is the Steelers have been to the Super Bowl. They have been to an AFC Championship game. I think they lost to the Patriots. If that might have been the last time they won a playoff game.
Right.
It's just tough because this is not the Steelers that we're used to seeing. We're used to seeing the Steelers really like contend, like really have a serious, legitimate chance of getting to and winning a Super Bowl. And we haven't seen that. That's not something that we could say that we've been able to say for the last damn near decade, Ocho.
It's been a long time, huh? Been a real long time.
And it's not like the Ravens are going to get worse. The Bengals are going to try. Hey, they're like, look, we're wasting Joe Burrow's prime years. Cleveland is Cleveland. Cleveland, the Browns are the Browns. But at some point in time, Ocho, all I'm saying is, I don't advocate anybody getting fired. But all I am saying is this: at some point in time, 9-8, 10-7 ain't gonna cut it in losing in the first round.
Cut it. You're right. You're right. I can't argue with that.
Man, amid speculation that the Pittsburgh Steelers could be a potential landing spot for veteran quarterback Aaron Rodgers, at least one player isn't interested in his service. Steelers safety Deshaun Elliott commented on the Instagram post and made it clear that he doesn't want Rodgers in Pittsburgh's new quarterback in 2025, writing, "Leave his ass at the retirement home."
I mean, listen, when you pull the stuff you pulled during the offseason, when you pull the stuff you pulled while you were there, players see that. They don't want no part of that.
Did you see what was being reported? The stipulations that they gave him in order to come back to Green Bay? You see those stipulations? No more Pat McAfee. Mini camps. Be here.
Locked in. Wow.
The Jets told Aaron Rodgers he couldn't appear on the Pat McAfee show anymore if he wanted to be if he wanted to be with the Jets next season, per Diana Rossini.
Right.
She plugged in. She like Jane Slater at the Cowboys. She like Mary Kay Cabot with the Browns. When they speak, I really listen. I perk up to what they say. I was told that when Rodgers had his when the Jets had the conversation with Aaron Rodgers about what the future would look like, if you're going to be a part of this team, you're going to attend all of training camp. You're not going to do the Pat McAfee interviews anymore. They had a conversation with him of, if you're going to stay here, here's how we want it to be. So this is me, it's Aaron Glenn getting control back. I love it.
Hey, I like it too. I like it too. Now listen, if the Pat McAfee show was conducive to the Jets in helping in any way with winning, if it wasn't in the scene in a negative light. Matter of fact, if you were performing the way you should be performing, if you were the Aaron Rodgers of old, you could go talk to goddamn Glenn Beck for all I care. You could talk to Fox, you could talk to CNN. If you were playing on Sundays and being productive and being the Aaron Rodgers of old, I wouldn't care who you talk to. You could be at the Playboy Mansion on your off day, but it just wasn't right. You're losing on the field, you're playing bad on the field, and you're doing a show that's causing controversy and conflict, creating chaos. And then your performance isn't where it should be.
Yeah, it's just tough, Ocho.
It makes no sense.
It's tough when you play that position and guys see you doing, because normally the quarterback's locked in.
Oh, yeah, always.
Normally. Especially those level quarterbacks. And Aaron Rodgers was that level of quarterback. He was a Peyton Manning. Yeah. He was a Tom Brady. He was that Breeze. He was that level of quarterback. And normally those quarterbacks is a singular focus.
Mm-hmm.
And they're there at minicamp.
No distractions.
None. And then you can't create a distraction and then get mad when people talk about said distraction.
Distraction, yeah.
I'm like,
And you
whoa, wait a minute. You wrecked the car and then you mad that people stop and looking at you as the car's turned over side the road. You did it.
That's a good one. I like that.
That's what I didn't understand about him. He talk about we got to block out the noise, but it's him beating on the bucket in the hallway. He creating the noise that we hear. What didn't he see about that?
Right.
But see, 4-time MVP, you get seduced by your own success. And so you was like, hey, damn, what's in the best interest of the team? What's in the best interest of me? Most top tier quarterbacks don't think like that. They don't. All I can say is the quarterbacks of his era. You think Brady thought like that? You thought Manning thought like that?
Absolutely
Breeze.
not.
You look at Mahomes now. Every week, Ocho, I can see, hey, as a favor to you, payback, I like you. I like what you stand for, bro. I'm going to come on your show once. But every week?
Right.
That's a tough one. That's a real tough one. And I'm telling you, guys look at stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh, they watching. They're watching. Go look, listen to when Brady went to Tampa. What I did in New England ain't got ish to do with what I'm about to do in Tampa. Peyton Manning said what I did in Indy, but that's not how he thought. He's like, hey,
right.
What did he say at the end of the season? If my resume isn't good enough, he said it. Now, if it's a lie, he said it. Y'all heard him. The thing that I love so much about sports is that you must update that resume on a weekly basis. Oh, yeah. He's standing on what I've already done should be enough to allow me to go in any situation I want to and do it how I want to.
Right.
Just said, nah, we cool. Moving forward, it's gonna be our way.
Oh yeah.
Every one way to do things. My way or Trailway. And I think Trailway and Greyhound merged, didn't they? So they were one bus up out of town. Just go all in. Say, you know what? My last year, I'm about to be, what is he, about to be 41? If he's not already 41, I'm going to see what I got one last year. I'm gonna block everything out. I ain't really, I ain't gonna be on none of this bull jive about the government doing this and U.S. foes and ivermectin and whatever the case may be. All I'm thinking about is all football. Because I promise you're closer to the end than the beginning. I promise you that. Yeah. And for a guy to have that many MVPs and there's only been the one Super Bowl, you can make a case that, hey, with 2-3 Super Bowls, Ocho, now we'd have been having a conversation with him. He'd go. He'd right there with Roger. I mean, with Brady. 4 MVPs? Brady. 4.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look, I think that's the thing that I respect most about like the great, how bought in they are. And I used it like in football, our terms, you look at a Brady. Basketball, you look at a LeBron, you look at a Kobe. That's it.
Right.
That is it.
Yeah. All the greats were different. Yeah. Not only did they were locked in not only for themselves, but they led by example for everybody else. And they set the standard. They set the standard. This is how you want to be great. If you want to be great, you don't have to be me, but you can do the things I do. If you fall short, you're still going to fall somewhere under the line of greatness. Discipline. It all comes down to discipline. That's in everything you do. You don't even have to be sports. You don't even have to be sports, just in life in general. You will get the results if you lock in and you have any small amount of discipline. That's all it takes.
Yeah.
And you know, it got to be something wrong with you too. They get up and do the same thing over and over and over and over and over until it becomes a habit.
Greatness is boring. Greatness is
Man, you
boring.
got well,
It's a monotonous trait because you're doing the same thing over and over, hoping for the same result.
yeah,
What do you think Brady
Yeah.
did in the offseason? You hear him tell the story
yeah,
about that when he played Kansas City in that Super Bowl, he was so locked in,
yeah.
he knew what they were going to do before they knew what they were going to do.
What do you do? Yeah.
How much film you think Peyton? Oh, offseason. You hear Ray Lewis say, "Well, if I want to beat Peyton and if I want to beat Tom, I got to watch as much film as they watch. I got to be as
Yeah.
locked in as they are." I think the thing is that when you hear people talk about those guys, one of the 1st things outside of how great they were is leadership. What do you talk about, Tom Brady? What do you talk about? Leadership. Talk about Ray Lewis.
Right.
Talk about might be the greatest team sport leader in the history. You hear
Right.
Peyton. You hear certain guys that word just automatically rolls off people's tongues.
Right.
Rodgers is 41. But if I was him and I was going to come back, I'm going all in. Ocho, I'm going to empty the tank. I'm going to empty the tank. Got one more year. I got 9 months. And then after that, I got the rest of my life to do whatever I want. Hey, P-Mac,
Whatever
you got
want.
me a job?
Yeah,
Hey,
you can
P-Mac,
do it.
you got me a job? Because
Hey.
I'm about to come every Tuesday. I'm about to be on your show.
Yeah. You can do as many shows as you want to. You go as many dark retreats as you want to. But if you haven't done it in this long,
It's hard.
the chance of you doing it now out the blue,
Yeah.
and it ain't.
Joe Burrow is projected to have a $46.3 million cap hit in 2025, Ocho. The Bengals are projected to have almost $46 million in cap space. But that is before signing the necessary players to start the season in addition to the incoming draft class. Burrow also referenced the Eagles, who've been able to sign multiple players to veteran deals, despite also giving quarterback Jalen Hurts a huge contract. That puts him among the league's highest paid players. The Cincinnati quarterback praised the way Philly treated the salary cap to build a championship caliber team. The Eagles are paying everybody. That seems like the way. Whatever they're doing, was this the best? Was this a shot at the Bengals organization?
I wouldn't say it's a shot at the Bengals organization. I say it's a message to the organization on look how they did things, look how they're doing things. They're able to have a team like that, have everybody together, have everybody happy, and still able to function and compete for a title. I think we need to take this is like I say it all the time, Unc. We are a copycat league. We need to copy what they're doing. We need to copy what they're doing and keep our band together, one band, one sound, so we can compete the same goddamn way.
But you're going to have to let some people go. You see a L'Jarius Sneed, he had to go. You see Gay, he had to go. You see Wiley, he ended up leaving. You know what I'm saying, Ocho? I mean, you can't, try to keep the core. Think about it. They traded Tyreek. They're probably going to lose Trey Smith.
Yeah.
You can't keep everybody. Okay, the core. Can we keep my homeboys? Obviously, is a non-negotiable. We kept Trav. We kept Chris Jones.
Right.
We drafted well. We got McDuffie, Karlaftis. Hit a couple in free agency. But the problem is that Jamar Chase is not giving you a discount.
We know that.
You made him play it out. And the guy hit the triple crown. He got the triple crown. You're going to have to pay him $40 million.
Yeah.
Well, you could have had him. Joe, we said we could have had him. Okay, you could have paid him 35, 36. But now he's going to want 40 plus.
Yeah, you chose to play hardball.
And T. Higgins.
Yeah.
But if you notice, look what they did to Devontae. Before his contract came up, they redid it.
When he got him done on
See?
purpose.
Now the Eagles
They knew what they
now
was
they're
doing.
probably not going to be able to sign Josh Sweat. Interesting. He had some interesting comments. I don't know if you saw what he said. I don't know if we're talking about it. Hopefully we do. But look, they're doing a great job. They got some guys. You look at your Dijon, and you got Mitchell. They're on rookie deals.
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Carter, rookie deal. N'Kobe Dean, rookie deal. Nolan Smith Jr., rookie deal. Jordan Davis, rookie deal. See?
They got a good chance, but they got a good chance of running back.
And offensive line, got him locked up. Saquon, got him locked up. Jalen Hurts, he's also locked up. See?
They looking good. They
look real good. Look real good.
Dang.
But that's what you have to do. You have to have guys that want to be there, want to get locked in. Yeah, I'm a firm believer. I'm a firm believer that the Eagles are built. They got another 3 years. They got another 2-3 years. Jalen Carter's gonna get a big contract. He's a preeminent D tackle in football, right?
Yeah.
Nolan Smith, he might be undersized, but he was destroying those pulling guards. I mean, he can't weigh more than 230. But boy, he was a headache. Cause he was dropping the hammer on folks. But I look, Joe's like, bro, almost 5,000 yards is fine. 43 touchdowns is fine. Bro, I'm home with stats like this.
Yeah.
We got a Triple Crown winner. That's home. That cannot happen again.
Absolutely.
And it's damn sure ain't gonna happen on my watch. So if they can get it, rework his contract, get Chase. But if I'm Chase, I can't do the first one. Now, hey Joe, the second one, but I'm finna take a big ass bite of this apple.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a big bite of this apple, Ocho. And I just got a feeling, Ocho, somebody gonna throw so much money. Football players don't turn down $40 million. Baseball players don't turn down $40 million. Basketball players turn that down. It's like, hey, I want to be in a better situation. I want to be such and such, yada, yada, yada. Not football, because the money's not guaranteed.
Right.
I can't turn down for 40, what? And then I don't get no lifetime health benefits?
Right.
And medical expenses eat up yours or a family member, wife, kids, eat up a savings.
Yes,
retirement. Oh no, I got to get all that, Ocho. I got to get every last dime that they promised me. I'm sorry. Because T was a second round pick, Ocho. So he didn't get that. Yeah. He didn't get that first down. That $15-20 million guarantee.
Listen, I said it before, and I say it again. He needs and deserves every dime.
Gonna get it.
Every dime.
Ooh, Ocho, the Cincinnati Bengals reportedly could be on the verge of losing one of their top defensive players. Aaron Rappaport reported that Jermaine Pratt, who's ending the final year of his contract, requested to be traded. Pratt signed a 3-year extension with the Bengals in 2023 and is set to make $5.6 million in 2025 after leading the team with 143 tackles this past season. He also added 6 pass defended, 2 interceptions, 2 forced fumbles, and 2 fumble recoveries. Rappaport noted that Pratt is closer to former Bengals defensive coordinator Lou Anarumo, who was fired after the 2024 season. Ocho, given how poorly he was a bright spot, if you could say such a thing, Ocho, considering how poorly your defense played, especially the first 3 quarters of the season, he and Trey Hendrickson. Yeah. Ocho, ain't looking good for the home team now.
I mean, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say it's not looking good. Obviously, Jermaine Pratt is upset. I'm not sure what he's upset about.
$5.3 million.
Okay. He wanted a pay raise.
Yes.
Huh? Yeah, I can tell you it ain't coming from there.
That's why he requested to be traded.
I can tell you that. He said, listen, if it was about the money, Pratt, I love you, baby. I love you. I love you like a brother, you know. But business is business. And I understand. I totally understand where you're coming from. So totally understand.
So you believe Pratt, brother Pratt's gonna move on, huh?
Yeah, yeah,
What y'all
yeah.
gonna do? Hold on. What are y'all gonna do about Trey Hendrickson?
Hey, I just got a question for you now. Now you got T. Higgins that's
Yep.
up. We got Bengals fans think T's coming back. You got Jamar Chase. Obviously, you have Joe eating up a huge chunk of the cap. We can't pay everybody.
No.
We can't pay
Nope.
everybody. You know, as much as I would love it. I mean, this is not Madden Ultimate Team. This is not Madden Ultimate Team. You can't have everybody can't get a piece of the pie. You know, I don't know how it's going to play out. I don't know how it's going to work out. I would love for the band to come back together, all of them, and run it back the same way. But that's not the nature of this business or the way it works. I don't even have an idea what it's going to look like come next season. I don't. I know what I wish it would look like, but I know from a business standpoint and a former player that played the game for a very long time, I know it's impossible as well, no matter what fans may think. I don't know, but Pratt requesting a trade, he understands. He knows the business. He knows what's going to
Because
happen.
guess what,
And
Ocho?
ain't gonna be no money for me.
Had he not performed well, they'd ask him to take a pay cut or they'd have cut him. So I'm gonna beat y'all to the
Come on
point.
now. Talk to me nice
I'm
now.
gonna go tell you real. Let's just say for the sake of argument, he signed that same contract extension. Instead of having 143 tackles, he had 83 tackles.
Mm. Talk to me nice now.
You'll keep it stacked with y'all.
Yeah.
See,
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
that's what rubs me with the team when it's in their face. Oh, you signed the contract. Okay, I signed that same contract when y'all released me,
Mm.
and I still got 2-3 years on it. I signed the
Mm.
contract though. Oh, it only matters if I sign a contract if I want to reduce said contract. But when y'all want to move in
Mm-hmm.
a different direction, it don't matter if I signed it. Gotcha.
Uh-uh.
Okay. Cool. It's cool when y'all do it. It's a problem when I do it.
Yeah. I like to call it the game is the game. The better you learn to play it, the better off you'll be.
Oh, Joe, the Eagles defensive end,
Yo,
Josh Sweat, had one of the all-time best defensive performances in Super Bowl history. He did not
two and a
become the
half sacks.
11th Defensive Player of the Year, including co-Defensive Player of the Year Harvey Martin and Randy White when they beat the brakes out of the Broncos in the Superdome. Jalen Hurts instead won that award for the 34th time. A quarterback has been the MVP in 59 Super Bowls. The NFL no longer
Mhm.
announces the places of the other finishes, so it is unknown if Sweat even finished second. I should have had it, Sweat said. I could have had it. It's all good, though. Ocho, you like him saying this?
I mean, it's cool. I understand it. He had a hell of a performance. He was a big reason, big part of their success defensively. So I totally get it. But, you know, in the grand scheme of things, the quarterback had one hell of a game, and he's the reason why they were able to win that game. He's the reason why they were able to win that game. Obviously, defensively, they gave Mahomes hell. They beat that offensive line up so bad. I felt bad. I felt bad for Mahomes. Around that second quarter, third quarter, the way he just kept getting hit, just kept getting hit. Uh, the relentless pressure all game, not allowing him to breathe, suffocating him the entire time. The very few times I've seen Mahomes with happy feet in the pocket, uncomfortable, not being able to drop back, not being able to go through his reads, not being able to go through his progressions. Like they did one hell of a job. But Jalen Hurts, he deserved that MVP.
I just,
He
bro, you
did.
won the Super Bowl. You won the Super Bowl. And you complaining about, you complain about an individual award.
Yeah, I mean, listen, he played well. Now, you wasn't no goddamn Lawrence Taylor type performance now. Let's
No,
not
it was
go
a good.
there.
I mean, what do you have? 2.5 sacks. He played. Ocho.
2.5?
He played
Yeah.
really
2.5.
well. But I'm
He
like,
did.
"Dang, bro, now it's too soon. Too soon. Maybe 10 years from now, y'all sitting on the porch, man. Y'all know I should have won. I should have been Super Bowl MVP. Look at this thing.
Nah.
I say that then, not now, Ocho.
Yeah, but even still, you're not winning that award over a quarterback, especially not one that played that well.
Yeah, I guess he like, I ain't coming back, so I'm finna say anything to make sure I don't come back. Make sure I don't come back, Ocho.
Yeah.
Coach GM Chris Ballard says Anthony Richardson hasn't proven that he can play a full 17-game season and that the team needs to add another quarterback to compete with him. Ocho, you like what the GM said?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Listen, I like Chris Ballard. Light a fire up under young Bull. Light a fire up under him. I like him coming out saying that. Obviously, you taking a knee, taking yourself out the game, you already know what you need to do. I hope Anthony Richardson doesn't take this to heart. I hope he doesn't take it as disrespect. This is merely just a challenge. Let me go and show you that I can play a full 17-game season without getting injured. Let me show you I'm the quarterback of the future. Let me show you I'm your franchise quarterback. Please do me a favor and bring somebody in to compete for my job. Watch me raise my level of play. I have no problem with competition at all. Now, this is me speaking. I like it. I love it. I'm not sure how he's going to react to it. Normally, when you have a veteran quarterback, you don't want to bring in another presence that can challenge them. A la Ben Roethlisberger, a la Aaron Rodgers getting upset with Jordan Love coming in, a la Brett Favre getting upset when Aaron Rodgers came in. But as a young bull, as a young pup, this is a challenge. You have to take that challenge.
Brought it on yourself, Ocho. He brought this on himself.
Take that bull by the horn. Yeah, I understand. And he understands that. I hope he understands.
You think they're bringing it?
But I like the challenge. I like the challenge. I wish you would. Who you want? Bring him in.
They're bringing in a challenger for Jaden Daniels? They're bringing in a challenger for Bo Nix? What about Caleb Williams?
You ain't finna find.
CJ Stroud.
You ain't finna find nothing.
So he brought it on himself.
Let me tell you something. Hey, hold on. Yeah, he brought it on himself. But let me tell you something. Them boys like you just named, boy, they ain't falling off the trees like that. They ain't, them apples not falling off the tree like that.
Isn't that what Anthony Richardson was supposed to be?
Oh, he is. He'll get it together. Don't do him like that. Don't do him like that. I understand what you're saying. There's certain things he shouldn't be doing. There's certain things he shouldn't have done.
That's my only point.
So I understand why GM is saying this. But GM, you know better. You know what you got on your hands. And maybe this is your way of getting him in line. Maybe this is your way of getting the best out of him. I don't have no problem with it at all. Challenge me.
But of all the guys, he had the most question marks coming out, Ocho.
Yeah.
Now, he's a physical specimen.
Yeah.
Rocket arm, can run through tackles, can run over people. I think he needs to refine some of that touch, because he throws everything like you're trying to throw it through the eye of a hurricane. Throws a good deep ball. I mean, he needs some touch, but he had the most red flags when it came not his behavior, but just his own field play.
Right.
And so hopefully he's like, you know what? I'm gonna show these.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show him what you drafted me with the number 4 pick overall for a reason. I'm gonna show you why. Come in great shape, baby. Study. Hey, I'll devote 2 hours a day. I'll go back and look at every game. Every game we play, I devote 2 hours a day to that in the offseason. And I'm gonna look at some of the other quarterbacks. Hey, coach, who you think I should look at? Let me look at some of Brady's tape. Let me look at some of Peyton Manning tape. Let me look at some of Bree's tape. Let me look at some of Roethlisberger's tape.
You know, I think it would be more conducive for him, based on his style of play, to watch players that were more like him.
Who?
Watching players tape that don't play like you, I don't think it does you no justice.
Who plays like him?
Number.
You would say Lamar? Okay.
The guy who does it. Who does
Okay.
it? Yeah,
Okay.
man.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm studying. What I'm studying, Ocho, is what they see and how so quickly they recognize and get the ball out.
Okay.
That's all.
I got you.
I ain't looking at no footwork. Hell nah. He ain't got no footwork like that. But I'm just looking to see how fast they can process information,
right,
and get rid of the football, recognize it, and react.
Yes, sir. I got you.
Bills running back James Cook. Bills running back James Cook wants an extension worth at least $15 million per season.
Damn. As a running back? Well, hold on. That puts him up in the upper echelon now with McCaffrey, with the Derrick Henrys, with the Saquon Barkley.
Saquon is about 13 and a half. Christian McCaffrey, I think, is about 16.
What is Derrick Henry?
Derrick Henry is 8. Jonathan Taylor's another one. I think he makes like 12, 13.
And James Cook won 15?
That's what he said. Come on. What's up, buddy? You just could not stay out, huh? You just could.
What they do, twin?
You just could not.
We gonna get our show. You hear me?
You want to do a show with Ocho? Say, what's it going to be called? What's my pay? Are you paying me in farmer's dog or what? I just need to know what you're paying me in. Not no tennis balls, because I don't play no fetch. I don't want no toys.
Oh, Yellow 2.0.
Been good. You should be in the bed. Why are you still up at 12 o'clock? I mean, at 10 o'clock. Yeah. Ooh. Ocho, 15?
That's a lot.
Hell yeah.
Hold on. He's an intricate part of that offense now.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a very important piece of that offense now. But 15 is you know what? Who am I to say it's too much? If you want 15, you get you 15. Are they gonna pay you 15?
As for 15, they probably gonna land on 12.
Yeah.
I'm just being honest, Ocho. I'm just being honest.
I like Brother Cook.
I do too.
I like the way you're thinking. Go a little high. They're gonna bring it low, and when they bring it low, they're gonna shoot you right where you want to be.
Aim for the stars, land on the moon.
Yeah, talk to me now. I'm with you. I'm putting up what you're putting down. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Ocho, did you get Relle this Hermes bag for Valentine's Day? Relle posted a pic earlier.
Oh, what? She did?
Let's see that. Where it's at.
Where the picture at?
We ain't got it.
We ain't got the graphic?
I guess not. How y'all put this up there? We ain't got the graphic.
Hey, she got boy. She must be out there spending that money, boy. Yeah, listen. If you ain't with me, if you ain't my lady, if you ain't my old lady, and we ain't together, I ain't spending no money on you, boy. So it wasn't me. I don't play that. I don't even play that.
It was him, Chad.
I don't even play that. Huh?
It was him, Chad.
I don't play that. What I look like spending on somebody that don't claim me publicly? Shoot, man.
Chad, it was him.
Yeah, go right there. What it say? Ooh, what? Ooh, somebody bought us something nice. That might be a little boo, huh?
Ooh.
You heard me? She might got her little boo or something, huh?
Man, you bought that. You ain't fooling me.
Hey, listen, I'm just telling you. I'm gonna tell you like it is, huh? I was sleep all day. I'm trying to recover from my weekend.
Your credit card, so your credit card wasn't sleep.
It must have been because I ain't had no charge.
Hey, I tell you what, you get a charge at the end of the month.
Boy, one thing about it. It's one thing about me. You know me. I don't leave with no money.
Bro, y'all been together 5 years. Cut that bull jive. Talk about leave with money.
It's been 6 though, but that's a good number. It's been 6. But hey, listen, I don't know who bought that, boy. But whoever bought that, I showed. Huh?
Ocho bought it.
Nah, I'm telling you, I wouldn't lie to you. I lie for you before I lie to you. But whoever bought that, boy, keep them gifts coming, boy. Keep them, because the more you do, the less I got to. You hear me?
No, you got to match it.
No, match who? Match.
He got to
I
match
ain't
it.
matching nothing,
He got to
boy.
match it.
I'm finna hit the dough.
You got to match it.
Yeah, chat. Chat. I don't know where that came from. Y'all know your boy don't spend like that, boy. Especially not on somebody that ain't mine. You hear me?
It's still
Huh?
yours.
Stay with me, man. Nah, I don't know, boy. Somebody done bought Relle something, boy. And you know what? She might have bought it herself and they acted like somebody bought it. Because I done seen that happen before too.
Me too. Did you buy it, Titus? Titus said, nah, I ain't got no money. Said, my daddy seized my credit cards. All right, Ocho, it's time for our final segment of the evening. It's time for Q and A.
Yay. Yeah.
Aaron Owen says, what's up, Unc Ocho? Who did you score your first career touchdown against in the league, and did you guys keep the football? Yes, Kansas City. Scored it on Kevin Ross.
Ryan McNeil, San Diego Chargers, 2001. I don't know where the hell that football at.
Joni Fana, what do you think the facts are about Joe Montana Hill still holds records over Brady and Mahomes for never losing or throwing an interception in the Super Bowl or in an NFL championship? That's not true. If you go back and look at the game in which the catch, go back and check Joe Montana's stats out. I think he threw 3 fumbles. I think he threw 3 interceptions and he fumbled once. Check that, Ash, to make sure I'm correct. But I feel very comfortable because I remember that game. I'm almost certain. And they ended up winning, I think, 28-27 with the catch. I think that was 1981 in which he caught that ball over Everson Walls. Walls had, he was Rookie of the Year. He had 10 picks that season. And they went on to win the Super Bowl against against the Bengals in Detroit. Joe beat Ken Anderson. Am I correct, Ash? Ash, you ain't got to say it like that. You heard of Ocho? Yes.
Yeah.
Dang. I mean, you could you could have just put on the board like, yes, yeah, this is correct. Josh R908, Ocho, love the show. Y'all are true inspiration. Even with bad optics, Kansas City put out to the Super Bowl. Do you still think the road to the Lombardi goes through Kansas City? In the AFC? Hell yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Brandon L., why does no one call for John Harbaugh, a Buffalo coach's job? They haven't won anything as well. Well, John Harbaugh has won. Went to the AFC Championship 2 years ago. Lost in the divisional round this year. McDermott's a little different. You're right. McDermott went to I think his second AFC Championship game, Ocho, that McDermott has been in. I don't think John Harbaugh is going anywhere, but I don't think John Harbaugh won 2 years ago. I think they won 14 games. Last year, I think they won 11. They were 11-6, 12-5. I don't think that's comparable, considering that John Harbaugh won a playoff game this year. He won one last year, and the Steelers haven't won one since 2016. But we'll keep that in mind. We'll see how it plays out this year. Isaiah Lancaster, Unc Ocho, who are your top 5 NFC teams that could be a threat to the Eagles next season? And what is the greatest Super Bowl run of all time?
Top 5 NFC teams.
Threats.
Threats. Commanders, Detroit, Rams, 49ers. Am I allowed to put the Cowboys in there?
Yeah.
I'm just going with the Cowboys last, depending on what team shows up this year.
Team that's been showing up the last 3 years, the last 30.
Damn, Uncle, you ain't got no. Hey, listen, I got faith in that.
To do what?
I got faith in CD Lamb.
Dylan Young said in 2026, Fitz, Breeze, Gore, Witten, Rivers, all Hall of Fame eligible for the first time. Does Breeze make it in his first year? Yes. I think Drew Brees and Larry Fitzgerald are first ballot Hall of Famers.
Oh, yeah.
Gore, no, he's not getting in on the first ballot. Witten, it's going to be tough. I think he has the next greatest chance to get in. Rivers, I don't think he gets in on the first ballot, Ocho. If they didn't put Kurt Warner in with 3 Super Bowl appearances, a Super Bowl MVP,
Right.
a Super Bowl win, 2 regular season MVPs, I don't see a situation where Rivers gets in on the first ballot. That's just me.
Right.
Do I think he'll be a Hall of Famer? I absolutely do. J-Dub accurate. Ocho better rethink that match with Debo. He looks like Teddy tried to fight Titus. Teddy wins sometime when Titus, like, if Titus step on him, Teddy ain't gonna stop till he bite his nose and draw some blood. So
there it is. There it is. And it's gonna be blood drawn. So make sure you be ready.
Samuel Griffith, hey, Unc and Ocho, regarding Kelce, is there a female celebrity that would have convinced you to retire early? Hell nah.
No, man, what the fuck? Oh, I ain't cursed all show. Now you done made me curse, man. God,
No.
nah.
No.
The hell?
No. And I don't think she's gonna force him to retire. She got her career. What are you gonna do? Sit around and follow her around? She has her career, he has his.
What he gonna do a choreography?
No, I don't know.
Damn, I was doing good. I ain't cursed the whole show, man.
Cupcake Mama. She was in New Orleans, Ocho. She the one that got them gripper sock. Hey, Shannon, does the gripper socks work?
Hey, them thing work, You hear me? Hold on, let me tell you about the combo of the gripper socks with the roast sparks.
Huh? I'm glad
Yeah.
I got hardwood floors in my bedroom. That's all I would say.
Hey,
Somebody.
that's a good combo, boy.
Yeah, those sparks.
Yeah, I ain't know it was
Yeah,
like that.
they just
boy.
like that. Thank you guys for joining us for another episode of Nightcap, brought to you by Boost Mobile. Visit your nearest Boost Mobile store or boostmobile.com to join their nationwide 5G network. Y'all know who I am. Your favorite Unc, Shannon Sharpe, the Liberty City legend, the Bingo Ring of Fame honoree, the tank top wearing.
Y'all know who I am.
Yes, All-Pro, Pro Bowler, Chad Ochocinco Johnson. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit that like button and go subscribe to the Nightcap podcast feed wherever you get your podcast from. We thank you, Ocho and I. Sincerely thank you for all the support that you've given us since we started Nightcap over a year and a half ago. Thank you, and hopefully you'll continue to support us. Please go follow my media company page on all of its platforms, Shay Shay Media, and my clothing company, 84, with 84 being spelled out. Everything just restocked. Use code Super Bowl for an additional 10% off. We also drop new beanies in every color. We now have gift cards available in 25 to 500. This takes the guesswork out and lets someone special pick exactly what they want. We have a big drop coming this week. Please make sure you stay tuned in. The Lakers lose heading into the All-Star break, snapping their 6-game winning streak, 131 to 119 to the Utah Jazz. They head into the All-Star break 32-20. LeBron James makes his 21st consecutive All-Star game start, which is an NBA record. He broke the record last year with his 20th. Well, 19 was the record. 19, Kareem had 19 game All-Star appearances, and so did Kobe. LeBron has 20 last year, but they're all starts. And then with this year, it's his 21st consecutive All-Star game start. So congratulations to all the All-Stars. Enjoy the time off. Get ready. I don't even know what to expect, Ocho, because the format has changed so much. But we'll touch on that a little bit tomorrow. But thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow night. I'm Unc. He's Ocho. We're out.